Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, those otherwise ascribed. Thank you very, very much for coming and sharing your Sunday evening with us. That's Eddie George.
That's Matt Prestige.
We are every day. We are going to be sharing the next 40 to 50 minutes of stage time with you. We are going to be performing a totally unscripted play. We have not planned anything in advance. Everything you see on this stage is 100% made up. We have not conferred. We've not agreed anything. We know as much about it as you do. We're going to stay on here for the entire duration, 40 to 50 minutes. You will know when the show is over because we're going to exit through those curtains. That is your cue to applaud, cry, laugh, leave in disgust, whatever response you feel is worthy of our show. In the meantime, I think that's everything.
For sure.
All right, so once again, thank you very much for being here. It does mean an awful lot. This is Every Little Day.
We should have started earlier.
We'll never start earlier. You do that every time.
We never learn our lesson.
I know, but we all. Alright, for 1 second. We always get done.
This year's different.
Is it?
Yes.
That's just because it's the last one.
A-levels are no joke, Sean. This is real. GCSEs,
Yeah.
scraped by skin of our teeth.
Yeah, well, GCSEs don't matter.
We said it in hindsight. You cried the night before English.
I cried the night before every one of them. You were just there for the night before.
I'm just saying. One of these days we've got to learn our lesson. The fact that we're sat here learning the entire syllabus the night before is embarrassing at this point.
Well, it's our fault for choosing Latin.
It's just a good thing the librarian's off, otherwise we'd be doing this in silence. What'd you get for the comprehension? Just where's Quintus?
Est in Horto, always gone. That's actually true.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Great, what? You want? Oh, go on, give me the speech, Give me the speech. I can't do it, I won't do it, I'll fail, and I'll never be a Latin professor. Give me the speech.
Oh, now you take notes. And now you remember.
I don't need to take notes because I get this every time.
This is so classic. You think the world is going to work out for you. What, just because your dad's a famous engineer and your mum built the Golden Gate Bridge? Apparently that means that like life is going to fall into place for you. It's not. Sometimes we're going to fail, and we're going to have to accept that.
Can we go back to the part where my mum built the Golden Gate Bridge and that somehow doesn't make her also a famous engineer?
You're a real best friend. You're a real best friend.
Do we want to dig into that?
No, we don't want to dig into that. We have like T-9 hours till Latin A-level. I don't want to talk about bridges or engineering.
You brought those up!
You never learn your lesson!
And neither do you, Craig. How many times have I told you to trust in your brain?
My brain, yeah.
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 You've got what it takes. I can't believe I'm saying this again. Look, you just have a little faith in yourself.
Yeah, okay. Fine. Maybe you're right. I'm sorry.
No, it's just...
It's my short break.
Mum Mum's recipe.
The Golden Gate Bridge is really old, isn't it? The timeline's don't
This
work.
doesn't work out.
What is it you told me your mum did? She built something, didn't she?
Yeah. She built the Golden Gate Bridge, but the one in Legoland.
Oh.
she's a Lego end.
Hi, I'm sorry, is this seat taken? Hi, Kate.
Great.
Hey, Sean. Great.
I'm really sorry. That's really embarrassing.
It's fine. The librarian's off, so it's you cry as much as you want.
Well, yeah, thanks. I'm sorry, I thought the library would be empty, and I was coming in here and I could feel the tears building as I entered, and then you were both sat here, and then I sat down and...
Oh, yeah, sure. Is it exam?
Yes,
Is it Latin?
it's Latin. Yeah.
You're in the right place.
Quintus just goes so many fucking places.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
That's it's fine. I'm fine.
Well,
Kate, have I said that?
yeah, you have.
Okay. Yeah.
We're going to be here the whole night, probably. I don't know how early you started, but we're just starting now. We kind of skate by on our natural talent and charm, and we're kind of thinking maybe our luck's run out this year, but
Well,
that's kind of similar to your situation, and you're welcome to stay for as long as you need.
I don't think my luck's run out per se. I just
You do this every time. No, emotional important.
that doesn't mean lying to
No, but
me.
you can tell the truth at the right time.
But
This is Legoland all over again. Your mum barely forgave you. Not the real Golden Gate Bridge. You can say it later. The unveiling is not the time.
I don't care. I just wanted to point out the fact that I could have done that.
Did your mum build the Golden
No,
Gate
no,
Bridge?
she didn't build it. Not exactly. She didn't. No, obviously not. That's why that would
The
make me-
timelines
It
don't
doesn't
work.
the one in Legoland.
I love that one.
Yeah. I just thought when it was unveiled at the time, when was that a Golden Gate Bridge? Is it? Yeah, I know. It was a bad moment for me.
You said to your mum at the unveiling of her Lego Golden Gate Bridge, you thought to point out that it's not.
Hey. Well, it got a lot of positive comments on the live Instagram feed.
Sean, look, well, welcome to the group. There's 3 of us now. If we put our heads together, we could probably finish a couple chapters. I don't know about you guys, but this isn't even really what I want to do. I don't want to go into classics after this. I just want to pass this exam.
What do you want to do?
Me? Oh man, it's so stupid. But I'd love to be an artist. I took Latin because I thought it would make me seem more educated, and that I would be able to get in the room with money makers and people that had money that might be able to sponsor my art. And anyway, it turns out I don't know what it takes to be good at Latin, but God, I can paint. And yeah, it just, unfortunately, there's no A level for that.
It's a problem when you go to a super traditional school. They do tend to value the classics, Latin, Greek, the others over arts. It's true. My parents are they don't believe that art is a real subject.
There you go. That's what my boy here is facing. Not me though.
What do you want to do?
Oh, I got a job lined up for my dad's firm.
Oh, I really thought you were about to say Legoland.
I wanted, if I'm being really honest, when I would like that, but ever since
Golden Gate Gate.
my mum said that she said she'd make sure I wouldn't.
Don't tell me she told you you'd never work in this Lego town again. I'm really sorry.
That she blocked it.
I know, that's also good. I'm sorry. I make jokes when I'm nervous and stressed.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was very cutting of you just now. But that's where my heart is. But no, I'll go. My dad, he runs a design consultancy. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
You seem kind of sort of what's the word? You just seem sort of not particularly enthused about that job that you're just going to kind of walk into.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how would you like me to react?
Well, maybe some gratitude for the fact that you've basically got a career
Gratitude is
lined
it?
up. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know your situation, Kate, but people would kill to have like a career ready for them right after
Is that right?
A levels or uni or wherever they go.
You'd kill for it. Would you, Craig? You'd kill for it?
Well, that is a figure of speech. I wouldn't actually commit murder for that chance, but you do get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think you're seeing it from my perspective. I was 14 when I was told, not offered, not given the chance, not having a door open, when I was told this is what I would be doing. Do you know how it removes the drive to study or prepare or work? I mean, if you knew how things were going to end up, would you even try? Can someone write that down? Maybe the most profound General Can.
I'm not your secretary. You write it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You've said better things.
Okay, right. Well, I'm just in the flow. You know. Well, go on, tell me. Would it?
I guess.
If you had that yellow brick road ahead of you, would you try to get any faster to Oz? What?
Wow.
I told you, I'm on. I got you. Please, thank you.
Faster to Oz.
Well, that phrasing needs work, but
I guess not. I guess you're right. I guess I would just wake up every day and wait for my destiny to come to me.
I'll say you pass exams. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, but it speaks to why you never tried that. I guess I never really put the pieces together. I'm sorry. I keep doing it with the Lego stuff. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm sorry. No, that was deliberate. I'm pretty sure you were thinking about that for about 3 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that explains it.
Okay. Explains why I'm lazy.
Well, why you don't seem to try that hard. I mean, and it's not just in academics. You just you give up pretty easy. I think even you would.
Give me one example of when I've given up easy. Go on.
The lacrosse tryout.
Give me 2 examples why I have given up easy.
That time we went bowling.
Come on. I just wanted to get a strike. I wanted to get a strike, and I didn't see any point continuing if I didn't get one.
You didn't throw a single ball. They had shoes in the wrong colour, and And you said that was going to throw you off and you weren't going to bowl your perfect game. So you went home. And that meant I couldn't play because it was a doubles tournament. We were 15. All the girls were bowling. I couldn't even beat them. But, you know, so that's what you want me to go on. I could go on, but you just don't, you don't try as hard as someone would try if they had anything on the line. But that's not a bad thing. I get it now. You know, you have a great job lined up. I'm sure it comes with, you know, salary, pension, benefit, I mean, you name it. Like,
Yeah. Got the contract when I was 16.
no, you never.
Yeah, well, it wasn't an actual gift, but they gave me a copy of it. They thought it would really excite me.
Are you guys like best friends? Because this is, I'm shocked that you didn't know that about. You're Sean, right? That's Sean.
Yeah.
How?
It's been on my wall. They framed it.
But hang on, wait. You get given this contract. They frame it, and they put it on your wall.
They said it would motivate me.
Didn't you take it down?
Yeah, one particularly rebellious week,
Okay, and then what?
they put it back up.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll try. But there's quite a big difference between having your destiny in your eye line and having it prescribed. But whatever. It's a nice frame.
The Latin word for I write is scribo. It's where scribe comes from, etymologically. I just wanted to, we are here for Latin.
we are, yeah. We should. Scribo, okay. Is that what Quintus is doing right now? I'm so lost.
You're right, we should get back to it.
Wait, what's... Sorry, we just opened up.
Yeah.
What's your story? I don't remember seeing...
Well, my parents are in academia.
You joined... Oh, you the one who joined just at the start of this term?
Yeah. I had to transfer schools.
Why? Why did you have to transfer schools?
Sorry?
You came in crying. That might not be a subject you want to talk about.
Well, that's true, actually, yes. You probably shouldn't have asked that question. But I'll answer it.
Okay.
I have this need to correct people. I don't know where maybe that comes from, but teachers didn't like it. And I would just get into arguments all the time. And it started in the classroom, and I guess I thought I was showing off my intelligence, but it evolved to the playground, and then as we got older, to the shopping centre, we were hanging out with friends, and cinema. It's just, we had to move towns, actually. Yeah. I struggled to make friends, I guess. And when I came here, the syllabus is slightly different. I'm not completely unprepared, but the syllabus is so different that I just haven't had time to catch up. So that's why I'm here, crying and stressed, because when you have two parents in academia, their achievements are like it's like a bar that you have to get over, because if you don't, how could you not? You know, they get here from here, but they start you off here. So what does it say about me if I can't exceed their achievements? But they're so smart all the time. And we would pass hours together in the car, traveling places, just arguing. My dad has this phrase, I don't think anyone's dad has this phrase, but my dad has this phrase, There's nothing a good argument can't sort out. So stupid. But I believed it. Maybe I still believe it. Anyway, so probably academia or something, I guess. That's what my parents do.
Do they want you to follow in their footsteps? You know?
Do my parents want me to? I don't know.
Seems like you're the only one who's got any freedom.
Yeah, I just never thought of my parents as a rod. I always just sort of saw them as a platform. I don't know. I guess my dad loves paper airplanes, and one time we were making paper airplanes, and I made a ring, and it flew much further than his. And I said, well, Dad, does this mean one day I can do what you do? And he said, I really hope not. And I suppose ever since then, I just don't want to do that. So that, that's why I want to be an artist, really. Because art is about finding your own path. It's about finding your own expression. We should do some Latin, right? Because I do feel, it's nice to meet you, Kate. Really.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't have many friends yet.
Yeah. Well,
You'd say the exams might not be the best time to start. I don't make friends, but
I don't know. The trauma of a shared experience.
yeah,
That was put you guys together. We met under pressure. I'll let Sean tell the story.
he likes it when I tell it. Because
You tell it so well.
I do, and it shows him doing it. We were in Scouts together. And we were both pretty competitive. We wanted all the badges.
Yeah.
I had this idea that I would be able to. You when you're a scout, you put the badges on a shirt. And I had this idea that I wanted to cover. In fact, we both did. We wanted to cover our shirt with badges such that you couldn't actually see the material.
Not a scrap of fabric.
Not a scrap of fabric. We were engaged in a sort of a race to see who could do that first. And that was obviously a pipe dream because it's actually impossible to earn that many badges in that length of time. But we were both competing for the same badge. It was the swing badge.
Yeah.
Swing badge number 5.
Yeah. 1500.
1500. It was quite a big thing because all the scouts from multiple different groups kind of booked in to do it on the same day at the same leisure centre, and at the end they thought it would be fun to have the 1500, the final part of this badge, to be a race, and we were thrilled at that. We thought it was great, and we were all lined up. We dived in. 1500 is a long way.
It's a long, and you don't realise.
You don't. It seems like it's only 4 numbers.
Yeah.
But when they're arranged in that order, it's
because badge 4.
It was
badge 4 was 300.
300. And what sort of jump is that? Multiplied by 5. That's great. Anyway, it started off fun. It did.
Yeah.
It started off fun, but by I guess about 1200, we were both flagging, and it had been made clear to us right at the start that if at any point, because we were all good kids at this stage, if at any point we felt that we could not go any further, we were to stop, tread water. That's badge number 3.
What's badge numbers 1 and 2?
There's this thing.
3 is tread water.
3 is tread water,
Yeah.
which you think would be quite a key skill for badges number 1 and 2. But Actually, one of the things in the first badge is just standing in water. That's right.
Cool identification
I
and
said
then
that,
standing in water.
Absolutely, you just had to stand and go, I'm in a pool, and go, yeah, absolutely, tick, well done.
So we're 1,200 meters in.
Neither of us wanted to give up. We were at the front, and neither of us wanted to give up. But I think in hindsight, we both admit we should.
Oh, we should have.
We should have done.
Yeah, we should have.
We should have done. We should have stopped. We should have tread water, put our hands up, and said, help. But we didn't. And we were both running out of energy, and we were both neck and neck, and we were so close to the finish line. But at the same moment, we both just we stopped. We couldn't go any further. We didn't have the energy anymore.
We were spent.
And this was at the deep end of the pool. So when we stopped, there was no footing.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Not without
Did you think you were going to die?
I don't know. It was so long ago. Like what? 8 years? 9 years?
Yeah.
I guess you forget how you. I guess you forget what you thought. I remember feeling like there was only one way. But I think I know that the stakes are really high sometimes in life when I know there's only one way. Like now, with this T-8, we gotta sit here until we figure this out because the stakes are high. There's no quitting this time. And I remember back then there was no quitting. Even as we descended, I knew that was the only way. What about you? We've never really talked about this.
I didn't really see it as quitting. I just saw it as starting and finishing. The 1500 was the goal that had been set for us. That was how far we had to swim, and there was sort of no in between. We had that 1500 meter on our horizon, and we would do it. There was no question really, and even as we started to sink, as the panic started to set in, I felt that I was panicking more because I wouldn't make it to 1500 meters than that I might actually seriously injure myself. Maybe that's because I was so young, I didn't really appreciate the full ramifications of being in the deep end of the pool and not moving anymore. Maybe that's the next match.
1500 is MVC.
That's actually quite
Roman
good.
numerals, I'd rather. This has been a lot.
Sorry, how Latin? How do we get onto Daily Dragon? Obviously, we're both fine. We're both fine.
Yeah.
We're fine,
Thank
and we went back the next month, and we did it.
Well, you got the badge.
No, we did it privately, both our parents. They took us back.
That's fascinating because your parents, I guess, they had a plan for you, and that was to complete the 1500s. Oh, really? And I guess your parents just let you do it because it's something you wanted.
Yeah, I think they saw.
But both of those approaches led to the same result, which is you a week later in the pool just going for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I guess it's not so much about the circumstances you're in as the choices you make. Anyway, I think the thing with chapter 8 is that you can't conjugate in a regular fashion. And I always found that at my old school, I started talking about the teachers, you have to just know these ones. So I have a couple of, I don't know if it's helpful to you guys, but I have a...
What?
You guys okay?
Yeah. Yeah, fine.
Well, I have a couple of mental aids. I think they're really helpful. I kind of do the first letter of each conjugation. So I have one, it's memoir. I'm not going to go through that just now. You can so there you go, that's for you. I'll just write that for you.
So how did you view your goals?
Sorry?
how do you view your, if you were doing the 1500 meters, how would you approach that?
But I'm not doing 1500. I don't understand your question. If I was doing the 1500, how would I approach that? I'd get into the pool and I'd swim until I was done. What are you trying to find here?
Well, I did it because I wanted to. I wanted that.
Sure.
Badge
It's how you
and-
express yourself at that age.
Sure, yeah, with badges. John did it because, well, you had to. Under the same circumstances, why would you do it?
I think you're assuming that I would at all. No, I think there's another option here. It's just don't get in the pool. Maybe it's because I like to argue with you, but you seem on some level you seem to only see the goal, not the thing aiming at it. With chapter 9, the way that I'm thinking about Quintus here is that he's found an existential sense, and he's now questioning not just where he is, but why he is where he is. And I think if we're asked about this, we should be careful not to just assume that he knows the answer. So I have a mental aid encyclopedia, again, read that in your own time. And I think it's probably worth us spending a second here. What do you think?
That's really clever.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I just say something? And maybe it's just me. The tone seems to have shifted ever since I said some stuff. You guys seem to be really playing off each other very, very nicely. I guess because you've been friends for ages. And I know I'm new to this, but equally, I don't think he's got up. He just got up. He left his seat just now. And I just can't help but think, is it me? I don't make friends very well, but this is bad even by mine.
Well,
Well,
the thing is, we are boys at 17 years old. We don't like accept other people into our group dynamic very easily. We haven't really spoken with many people. Definitely not about this stuff. I think the Latin's just bringing it out of us.
Right, sure.
And
So am I doing well? Is this good?
I can't tell. I'm too young to know what this is meant to feel like.
I don't know. I think you know what you feel. I mean, and I think on some level that's still valid. No, I mean, again, it's just sorry, and I'm doing it again because I just, I'd like to be friends with you. You both seem you seem quite in touch with your emotions, if I'm honest. Being able to succinctly evaluate the impacts of your respective upbringings on your actions is not without merit, I think. And I'm talking to an empty chair because I sort of hope you'll sit down again, but I just don't leave. Don't leave.
We're not gonna.
Huh? Well, you might because I've said the wrong thing and I've annoyed you and angered you, and now you want to leave because you don't want to hang out here because I'm here, and you might want.
Well, you're a little bit annoying, but but not to make us. I mean, for one thing, we need to stay to study, but
Well, yes.
it's fine. We just aren't used to having our core values questioned in
yeah,
that sort of quite probing way that
You put ourselves to ourselves in a light that
we are not used to, or
No.
frankly we're prepared for.
No, yeah.
We were just trying to figure out where Quintus is now,
Yeah.
where he was, and where he is going to be.
Correct.
And we did not imagine to have that mirror turned
Yeah.
on ourselves.
Yeah.
So forgive us. But we've been friends for ages, and we don't really talk about.
It just doesn't come up.
Doesn't.
It's not that I couldn't.
No, we could.
We could.
We could do it.
We have done. We've been able to for ages. That's not.
Of course, we've always had the ability
But
to
we
do
just
it.
haven't.
We just haven't done it.
Because
we felt it's not been
Relevant?
haven't- No, it's not relevant.
It doesn't come up.
It doesn't. No, I mean, how would it?
How indeed?
How would
That's
it?
the question. Oh. Hey, Sean.
Hey, yeah.
How do you feel your upbringing has changed you?
Yeah.
It's not.
Do you think drowning nearly as a child has
Yeah.
really had a major impact on who you are now?
When you say that question, it does sound like something I should have asked you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah,
it's
well,
tough
yeah.
because we, it's in the middle of chemistry and physics and Latin.
Latin, yeah. The big
Our
three.
three A
Yeah.
levels that we're taking. But when is it gonna come up? And when are you gonna have time
To
go
do it?
to that
No,
place?
because we're already doing our A levels for goodness sake.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of time. We only get 2-3 periods a week.
Yeah, and that is spent
Studying.
studying. There you go.
Yeah.
So we're fine.
Yeah, we're okay.
We're
we
fine.
Are fine. We.
Has our friendship lacked colour because of the absence of depth?
Well, inevitably.
Has to be
We
expected.
are 17 to 18-year-olds. Of course.
What, you want a lasagna without depth of flavour? No, the depth is the flavour. The depth is the flavour.
We're working on the lasagna.
Yeah. But to expect depth.
Immediately.
Yeah,
That is.
as long as you guys are okay.
We are fine. We are.
We're fine.
We are
We're
fine.
fine.
I really don't want to be an architect designer person.
No?
I've had a great deal of time to know exactly what the job would be.
What would the job be?
I just said.
It would be an architect / designer.
No.
No.
It would be a design consultant. I'd fly all over the world, telling people how to build things.
Wait, telling people how to build things.
Yeah, I'm a human instruction manual.
Wow.
No, that's actually what it was in brackets.
No, it wasn't him.
I think my mum wrote it in.
Stop.
Well, she's the Lego person.
And this is the job your parents picked for you. But you don't want to do
Well, I
it.
guess I've never really. They're not monsters. I guess I've just never really said that I didn't really feel like that was what I wanted.
Why do they think it's what you want?
Because I never said it wasn't.
What else do they think about you that you just haven't corrected them?
Well, they're convinced I'm really good at Latin.
No, surely not. They didn't pick this for you.
No. They think I'm really gifted.
And that's why you're... Stop. Why don't you correct your parents more? I'm not saying about everything, but the big stuff, surely, they seem to have an idea of you that's maybe who you should be, not who you are. Have I done that right? Is that about right? Yeah, that's perfect. That was exactly my question.
You know how they make Lego?
Who? Your parents?
No, not my parents. No.
Oh,
how the company makes Lego.
I guess.
It's a process called mass injection molding, and they have a huge machine that they just
Can I
pump.
stop you? Is this real?
I'm extrapolating from known data and sort
Really?
of inferring from contracts a lot of this. But, I don't think anyone in this library can prove me wrong.
Well, we don't know who.
They have a giant mold essentially, and they pump it full of whatever colour plastic they want those bricks to be a part of. And that is how they guarantee that every brick is exactly the same and every brick fits together.
It doesn't matter what goes in, it's going in that mold.
And that works on a grander design scale. You have the blueprints and you have the materials and you put them together and they produce a building. That is the attitude I think my parents have sort of had to meet. They have provided the materials in my education and the mould is the contract, and they figure if those two go hand in hand, they will produce a healthy, happy, financially stable son.
But a piece of Lego only works in a set.
Now, what is the world if not a giant Lego set of people?
And they've molded you to be as interoperable as any other piece
Well,
that you might fit in.
the more places you can fit as a piece, the more useful you can be, the more people you can help, the more things you can do. It's not totally illogical. There's a reason why the 2x2 is the most popular square piece.
Except that you don't like the mold. It all changes when the piece comes alive. You see that, right? When the piece has views about how it should fit. The whole thing is different now. Because fitting is not just a question of your interconnections with other people, it's a question of your interconnections within yourself. Right? The thing about the mold is that it's one specific set, and when is he walking around because he's in peril? Is that what that is?
He paces when he's thoughtful.
Okay.
It's not.
The thing about the mold is it creates one interconnected, harmonious structure, but people are not that. If anything, to use your parents' analogy, it's people are a set of molds that are then welded together to create something. You are not one thing, you are many things, of which this piece is one. If you feel at conflict with yourself, it's because the different parts of you outside of this mold that have been formed from him, from Craig, from, I guess, me this evening, from your friends growing up, from your scout leader at age 14, it's because they are all shaping you too. And this mold only holds up. Is he okay? Because he seems in complete crisis.
You're laying a lot on him right now, I'm honest.
But
Again, we came here to figure out Quintus's whereabouts.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
This is
And
a
I'm
lot.
sorry, because I always say the wrong thing at the wrong time, and I just mean to say that I take argument with your parents' analogy, and I love to argue. And again, I'm sorry about that because we have Latin in like 8 hours, and
Yeah.
this probably doesn't help, but maybe.
How do you start that again?
Do you want it to start
Not
again?
really, but
Don't start it again.
This is. Do you think can she not do that?
That's
I just
a lot.
having a conversation like that with your parents is tough because you're parents.
Yeah.
But maybe she know if I don't use that sort of humans aren't pieces, they are flexible, they are things that are constantly changing, and that doesn't really fit with the whole Lego metaphor. And that's every one of my birthday cakes is with a giant Lego brick. Not all of them.
It's a needless detail.
I just thought it might be.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. I just
I think you could stand to
maybe that's it.
keep in touch.
Just okay, just me. Am I the only one who needs fixing? Can I just butt in here? You are not. I think a lot of that sort of applies to not the parents' part, obviously, but
Maybe we should all speak again. God, that sounded stupid.
that
I just mean that maybe this exam isn't the most important thing to come out of this evening. maybe there's work we could all do that would probably impact us for longer. I don't need to speak to bigwigs about Latin stuff. I just need to paint. And you know, he's got to talk to his parents before he talks to anyone else. And
Yeah, I mean, that's advice I could probably take as well. I argue a lot with other people, but I think a lot of that is to avoid arguing with myself.
is that so?
Well, you
You ever turn this magnifying glass inward?
that sounds terrifying.
Really? Because if I may say, or not, as I'm
No,
always
no,
telling
it's-
Sean,
no,
I
no.
can tell you the right thing at the right
No,
time.
no, don't, that, no, I can take it, hit me. I can take it, do me.
You seemed really anxious about the idea that we might leave you, despite the fact that we've just met.
That's when people mostly leave.
I can't do this as well as you. I just
Look,
that's
that's
what
a
I
good
know.
start, that's what I
But
just-
how would you continue it then? Well, if you were me,
I've,
switch seats with me. So you be me and I'll be you. So
Okay.
do me. I'm Kate.
yeah.
I'm Kate. This is a
That's-
very
that's
unflattering impression, and I'm
offensive,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm Kate.
Okay.
This is how I
That's-
do impressions, and it's not
Really?
you. I'm
Okay.
Barack Obama. It's.
Oh, that was-
Anyway, I'm
Okay.
Kate, and my parents are in academia, and I love to argue. Do. Ha ha ha! Crying. Oh, I didn't have any shortbread, and that slightly offended Sean. But anyway, but that point. Well, I took a lot of time. Anyway, so how you know?
Okay, I'm Craig.
Yes, but
I
see that.
You see how it works, yeah?
Deeply offensive.
I think so.
But actually, you have to have Kate's ability.
I do because I
Well,
am.
and
I
there
am
you go.
Kate.
So forget the I'm Craig thing.
Oh,
It's-
well.
it's still, I'm Kate.
Yes,
You're
but
also Kate.
I'm also Kate. I'm turning Kate on Kate.
Go ahead. Hit me.
Okay, Kate. I think that as is often the case with people of your age, your parents are exerting a lot of pressure on you without necessarily knowing it, and all they really want is the best for you, right? And that's all they actually want to, but they don't always know how to. This is not a join-in session. You should just never mind. They don't always know how to express that.
Express it.
Would you stop?
Sorry, I'm sorry. This
That's
is just so fun.
they don't always know how to express that, and so they put their ambitions and sometimes their fears into you. Ambitions to do what they do, and fears that if you don't do what they do, you may not be happy or you may fail. And perhaps what you, Kate, need to do is release their presence, their pressure, and be a little bit more like me, Craig, and find your art.
You did it. Kate, that was awesome.
I'm gonna have some.
You should.
That's a shortbread.
Finally, oh my god.
Yeah, this is delicious.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah.
You survived. We're still here, right?
Okay. T-minus how long?
8.
Okay, well, I was gonna do that. We're gonna need some more snacks.
I guess so. Vending machine outside. What do you say we get some fresh air?
Yeah, I like that idea. And we'll come back and find out what this motherfucker Quintus is gonna do next.
I'm proud of myself.
That's Andy George.
And we are Every Day. Thank you so much for coming. You can find us at Everyday Theatre on Instagram. We thank you very much for your time. If you wanted to give us anything else, a review or like a comment or some kind of thing, whether you liked it or hated it or were ambivalent to it, always is super helpful to us on Instagram, these kind of things. But really fundamentally, thank you very much for spending your Sunday evening with us.
I asked Matt if I could kind of wish you all happy holidays because it's December, and I will. So happy holidays. See you at the bar afterwards. So thank you very much.